everybody is back to work tomorrow, at least here. I don't know about you guys. Everybody should be back here tomorrow. Once you're on here, leave some comments. Let us know that you are here. Type out what you want to talk about. As long as there is some conversation, we will continue this live. 30 seconds in, and I show 0 online. So YouTube might not be pushing this. James, what's up? Seaside, how are you? Williams, what's up? Webdad, JR, Kiri, hello. Sully, Byron Roberts, what's up? Zachary Hall, what's going on? Zachary Vol, what's up? Vance, what's going on? DB Cooper, what's up? Now here, Homesteady, what's up? Webdad. Nice zipper. It is nice zipper. It's pretty fucking nice. It is. Cat ass, what's going on? How are we? What's up? Everybody have a good weekend? I see a tearaway IFAC if you have any. Can you see a tearaway IFAC? I don't think I have any. And why are we doing that, right? Let's be real. You guys do that because you want to see if we have it before you order it. I have a stack over there, this big of orders from this weekend, and that's only one of 3 stacks that she's sorting. So even if I show it to you, that doesn't mean it's shipping to you. You guys are getting 30% off right now. I don't know what to tell you guys. My active viewer counter never updates. It's just bad YouTube. Yeah, everything, like YouTube seems to be a fucking wreck lately. Here to hear what's up. What's up? I'm good, man. 2012, what's up? 2012 Dawn. What's left in inventory? I don't know. I don't have a fucking clue what's left in inventory. At 30% off, you guys are like fucking rolling the dice. I mean, you always roll the dice, whether you realize that or not. We're gonna pull a fucking ton of orders tomorrow. We're gonna build a ton of shit. I already started sewing bandoliers this weekend, so we'll get quite a few of those out. But at 30% off, it's not about what's in inventory. It's about you saving 30% on pre-order stuff. That's how Black Friday has always been. Jennifer Lowe, what's going on? How low can you go? I saw you cutting that turkey up. Did you make splatter print cocks? I don't think we've ever made splatter print cocks. Somebody asked about that a couple nights ago. I think we said something to Cody. I don't know that that ever has been cut yet. I'm sure it is in line. Have you already accepted that I probably won't see the backpack I ordered until then? What'd you order? We got backpacks. Going to need another case of printer paper delivered. You are or we are? We get it. We get fucking a whole dolly full at a time. I think we get like 6 cases of it. Found you guys about a month ago. Just placed my first order. I've heard great things. What'd you order? What was your item? I was just curious if it's smaller than the one. How would you know if it's smaller than the one you have now by me showing it to you on the internet? It's 6 by 8. You want a smaller? We have the compact. The large one is roughly 6 across, 8 inches tall, 3 to 3.5 deep. And ultra rare would be splatter print bandolier. You'll probably see some splatter print bandoliers come out of those. Like we do try to accommodate those guys when you guys ask for weird shit on that custom stuff. Like we'll have, like if there was 3 dudes that asked for that, we would run, 12 of those. And then 9 guys would randomly get them. Got my padded war belt on Wednesday. Set up my rifleman kit. Right on. What do you think of the padded war belt? Is it everything you thought it would be? Is it less? Is there something else out there? Like I really thought, Sky, I was dying. Those were the most potent onions I've cut in years. Hear about the bomb threat made in Texas, one of Biden's Afghan imports. That was actually yesterday or day before, right? After the dude in D.C. shot the guardsman. The very next day, they rolled that dude up. There was a lot of like group video chat. He was going on and on about, um, bombs and stuff with other people speaking his language, and somebody reported him. Right, that was on like a live, maybe Facebook Live perhaps, but it had like a multi-feed on it. Have a feeling that a few things I ordered will end up going to my wife's house. That will be interesting. Why? Why don't we just correct that? You're on our text and email app. Message those order numbers to Amanda, and we will make sure that that doesn't happen. I think we've already had this conversation, I thought. I like the padded war belt video. I liked the padded war belt video. What was the part under the sewing machine that you changed? So the sewing machine has 2 cones of thread. One cone is the main drive thread up and down, and the other winds a bobbin on the side. When I take that piece out from underneath the machine and put the bobbin in, that's called a bobbin carrier. That's the bottom thread, and it locks. The machine locks the 2 threads together. Is that what we're talking about? Does that make sense? Anarchy Television, what's up? Sewing question. I'm sewing quarter elastic inside tubular. 1/4 inch bungee. You're sewing 1/4 inch bungee. But the bobbin side keeps bunching really bad. Tighten the top side. Tighten your bobbin perhaps for backlash. You need to build a blaze orange bandolier just to trigger people who worry about the red shotgun shell. We hear it all, man. The Velcro is going to get you killed. That piece of hardware on the shoulder strap of the war bag won't hold the weight of the mags. Like we hear all of that shit. Like the war bag attachment is a 1/4. It's a 1 1/4 split ring. It's a grenade pin, pull pin ring. And that hardware is, I don't remember if it's Delron or nylon, but it's got a wire metal gate. Like we've used that piece of hardware for 16 years now. We've never seen a failure on it. And if it did fail, you could simply bust the buckle off and route it through the metal split ring just to the webbing and be right back in action. You could also run it off with 550 cord through the attachment. John Bateman, what's up? Red webbing is a target indicator, says the dude holding the black rifle. Yeah, it's I mean, like, you're not going to hear the thing. Another comment in there was, that's a bad day if you need those rounds. You don't need that many rounds for duck hunting. Like, you're commenting on my Facebook page. Like, how are you even here? Like, clearly we're living in different worlds. Yeah, we did, but I used the shop app and found out today the shop app uses my ex address. Right, but we don't ship off the shop app. We ship off of ShipStation. They are 2 completely, it doesn't matter what address auto-populated. If we correct it, it's going to go to the address. Red webbing is a target, yeah. This content is free, guys. Let's make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, I mean, there's 61 of you on here and 28 thumbs up. We could just like end the video and just broadcast to just the people who are paid members, which are the people with stars next to their names here. About to do a new few types of dehydrated cocktail garnish. Hey, I ate some of those oranges. I actually gave them to a couple people yesterday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Did you salt those? They're super salty. Like, they'll be great in drinks, obviously, but like, we pulled them out and actually ate them, and they were fucking super, super salty, which I find interesting if you didn't salt them. I never think of citrus fruit as having a high sodium content. If you're rolling 12 gauge, ain't nobody gonna hear the Velcro, no, for sure. I'm wanting to try and sew to make a set of seat covers. What kind of thread? I use nylon. because the industry uses nylon, and I have always used nylon. My friend Josh said that polyester actually has a higher strength rating than nylon. So get what you can get. Now you said you want to try to sew them, and you're asking about thread. So I assume you probably do not have a commercial machine. Maybe you do. You can buy 70 Tex nylon, 70 nylon at all the craft stores. It just comes on little tiny spools. You can also buy it off the internet in 1 pound spools and half-pound spools, which is how we buy it. But I use nylon 69 nowadays. It's called 70. And if I was you and I was going to tackle that, I would go get a set of seat covers that you like, cut them apart, and then just fucking build your own pattern off of that. I'd get 2 sets actually, or ones if there's a left and right. If they're good seat covers, they're going to be a left and a right seat. Get one to cut apart to pattern, and then have another one to look at to see how it goes back together. That's the easiest way if you're going to try to build that shit. Unless you know upholstery, which I don't. What do you think is the best kind of jobs that people should be looking at getting into with the reset our country is going through? I think number one, it should be something you can tolerate, right? A lot of people go and get educated with this idea that they're going to get a job because they have some finite amount of money they're after, right? The prestigious job that your mom or dad wants you to have that is going to make a good amount of money is like doctor and lawyer. But people don't want to be a fucking doctor or lawyer, or they find out after 4 years of education and then another 4 that they don't want that. So like, find something that you like to do and then figure out how to monetize that. That's what I would tell you. I mean, there's not ever going to be a shortage. They're always going to need plumbers. They're going to need dudes that know how to build shit, how to plumb, how to run wire and do electrical. I know several dudes that are plumbers, and they are always fucking busy. I know several dudes that are heat and air guys. I got a good friend that runs it's small for, it's big for here, but on the scale, it's a small heat and air company. He won't even fucking, you can't even hire him unless you're an existing customer already. He doesn't even come out and do jobs. Cars always break. My seat covers I have already took one side apart for a pattern. I heard you say that on a video before. You're right on. By the way, I use a shotgun rig when I duck hunting, especially when I would go with my grandfather, and great-grandfather was super hard hand to divvy out shells. Also, Refuge Medical is having a great sale. Yep, Refuge Medical is having a great sale. We said that last night before. Absolutely, they are. Simmerwell.com is also having a good sale. Yeah, lawyers, that's the other one. Doctor, lawyer. There's a third one in there. Radio Made Easy, what's up? Radio Made Easy is having a sale. Check that out. Go over to his Instagram. You can see it. Engineer. No, that's not the one I'm thinking of though. Here to promote someone else's sale on your live. Yeah, always. Bear promotes ours. Bear was pushing just the other day. He shouts us out all the time. He shouts you out all the time.
He also just put in an order yesterday.
What did he order?
1-quart canteen pouches, small utility, and a fupa dangler.
Yeah, we're doing a split front for him. Dentist. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a dentist. I mean, I got a friend that's a dentist, and he loves it. Like, he loves being a dentist. Got one of their medical kits for my car. Better to have one nearby and not need it. Yeah, you're more apt to use the medical stuff on more times in your life than a gun. I mean, how many times have you needed to use any medical shit when you've cut your hands versus how many times have you ever had to use a firearm? Simmerwell makes broth. They are also, Bear shouted out Simmerwell. AJ's been on Bear's show in the past. He is making freeze-dried meals. Bear bought a bunch of freeze-dried meals. Think Mountain House without all the bullshit. Anyone else ever become a flat earther? I've been looking into some stuff and starting to wonder. Well, I mean, look at all the, even if we're not talking flat earth, do you think we really went to space? Like, what about all the fucking, just the complete bullshit around space, right? Like, they always show you the print on the fucking, on the moon, the print on the moon. What about the tread on the bottom of their boots is completely different than the print they show you? How did they get those pictures back from the moon right away when, I mean, there's just so much fucking bullshit around it. Just like, do you believe anything your government told you? Even if we went to space, I would be more apt to believe we didn't because the government said that we did. Katy Perry. No, Katy Perry did not go to space. My son graduates this spring with a turf management degree, tons of job offers, accepted one starting salary 75. What is a turf management? Is that like golf course type stuff? Turf management. I've not heard of that. Anyone else slowly become a flat earther? I got one in the kit. Dentist, good evening. I've been putting together a new 8-mag stack rig. I've forgotten how much of a pain in the ass it can be weaving those molly straps. They're really not. You're doing something wrong. Watch a couple videos. Make sure you have the newer malice clips, which you will know because the newer ones are scalloped and they're very pliable. Like, you should not have a hard time. Is it time consuming? Yes. Is it going to take you 5-10 minutes to put all the shit on your rig? Yes, it is. But just get you a pair of hemostats. I bought 3 more pairs of hemostats tonight just at Harbor Freight. But get you a pair of hemostats or clamps or needle drivers, whatever, and you just use, like, I use them all day long. I keep, when I am here on the table assembling, I always have them on my fingers to pull shotgun straps through and stuff with. But if it truly is difficult to put your pouches on with malice clips, you're doing something wrong. Keep a bare pack in my truck because I use one. Any of the components, they are replace it. Yeah, if you use one for real to save a life, they do replace it, absolutely. Hemostats, butter knife, and pliers. And I don't even use the butter knife. I use a little tiny screwdriver to pull the tab to get that out of. NASA accidentally taped over the moon landing. Yeah, sure they did. Absolutely they did. And we don't have the telemetry to get there any longer. Yet India says they can put a fucking lander on the moon too. Do we believe that? Are you guys going to make a belt for the jungle harness? Where have you been, man? Can somebody please answer him? Does anybody know the answer to that here? And I'm just giving you shit. But they're like, it's literally in every video. If you know about the jungle kit, how do you not know about the belt? So I've been building the belts. I build 1 to 3 a day. I don't take orders for them. I put them up on SOE Quick Ship. You have to catch them. I know, I wouldn't do business with me either. But that's the deal. Like, all the components are available. Those padded belts are on I put a lot of shit on SOE Quick Ship. I also, when I put stuff on SOE Quick Ship, I only give a notification to members. These people here with stars and people on my Patreon. Any of my custom stuff that I build, any one-off stuff, any of the samples that get made for different videos, SOE samples that get changed or are a little bit different, anything like that, I put it up there. You can find it, but I don't ever tell you it's there. The only people I tell that it's there are people who are members on here or members of the Patreon. Let's be real, my cell phone could probably outperform the computer that, yeah, fuck yeah, it can. They say the little Timex calculator watch had more computing power than the fucking lunar lander had. And if we're going to talk flat Earth or any of that, look up free energy in Tartaria. Whether you believe it or not, it's very fucking fascinating. Like, founded, right? You always see founded. That doesn't mean they built that shit in 1800 or 1920. That means they found that motherfucker. Just like the Egyptians didn't build those pyramids, they just found that shit. Just when we started talking to Native Americans here with all the big fucking hieroglyphs and the caves and the pyramids. You know, there's more fucking pyramids in the United States than in the entirety of Egypt. You know that. Pyramids as big as the fucking pyramid in Cairo, right? Those pyramids. And when they started talking to those people, they didn't fucking build that shit. It's just been there their entire life. Like the skeletons from the giants. Those are in those burial mounds. Like, that's what's inside that shit. And those Native Americans, they fucking told you that when we came out west during the Indian battles and all that shit. When we actually communicated, they didn't build any of that shit. They found it. Honestly, I think we faked it to push the Russians to spend all their money. Yeah, that's probably what's happening with AI right now. Why do all the old buildings have fireplaces with no chimneys? Yeah, and what about all the spires? And why did they take out all the bells? And why did they fracture and crack all the bells? The bells didn't crack on their own. What's in the Grand Canyon? Good question. Isn't it said that you can only visit 30% of the Grand Canyon?
What's in Antarctica?
What's in Antarctica? Fairly confident something happened in the past that erased large amounts of Earth's history. Mud flood. Yes, they also say they can't or won't go back to the moon today. Didn't India just put a fucking lander on the moon? Isn't that what they're claiming? I don't believe that either, but didn't they just say that? India. China, been to the moon, right? What about the dark side of the moon? What about the bases that are supposed to be on the moon? There's some new videos of lasers trying to see the curve of Earth. All tests failed. What about all the old astronauts and all the old astronauts from other countries saying that we kept launching rockets and we couldn't get past the, what's it called? The thing? The firmament. Devil's Tower was an ancient giant tree. That all looks very compelling when you see that shit. It does look like. And what about all the faces and all the rocks that look like frozen, petrified or, giants? Any 3D printed stuff coming? Any 3D printed stuff coming out? What are you working on right now?
Skulls, lots and lots of skulls.
Lots of skulls. Lots and lots of skulls. The helmet stands. Lots of different colors. She just did a cool jellyfish tower that has a light that faces up and faces down. It's pretty neat. Remember the nerds who rushed Area 51 a few years back? Yeah. How about, what happened to, we're going to audit the, where they keep all the gold? Fort Knox. We're going to audit Fort Knox.
I don't have a light. I can't find your AAA batteries.
I mean, you can't find them. You
You
just bought 4,000 of them. The AAA batteries are sitting over in my space over there in my work bay. There's a whole drawer. You've got a bunch of packages of them sitting right on the edge of the table, straight in front of you, back by the display wall. So this goes here. You put a lighted puck in here, and it turns light colors. And you do two of them, one up, one down. This thing. I'm sure there's a tab here. I do not want to pop this in here and have it.
It has a thing that goes on it.
Has a thing that goes on
A
it.
little adapter to hold the
Got it.
up.
Easter Island. Yeah, how about Easter Island? Like, nobody knew that if you dug down that those tops of Easter Island, nobody knew that the fucking 70% of them were underground. How about the fact that they went through and refurbished all that shit and didn't tell anybody about it? Can you do an octopus? Is there an octopus version of this?
Maybe.
I'm sure there is. Did you see that dude making that badass cast, like, bronze octopus? I mean, I'm sure there's thousands of them, but yeah, did the hole in the ozone layer ever close that? We already know that around 120,000 BC, we had a mass extinction event. Yeah, there's a cool video. I don't know what the time frame of it was, but there's a dude in Wyoming standing up on mountains, and you can see the ripples and basically where all the lava flow or where it was underwater or whatever. The ley lines are no longer in alignment with the structures due to polar shift. Yeah, we're in the middle of a polar shift. LARPcom, what's up? What is LARPcom? What's that Milsim event, Milsim West? What's the massive one they do here in Tennessee? Never heard about the hole in the ozone until I took the air traffic the ACT in high school. Oh, ACT in high school, homeschool.
So they're just sitting on top of each other there.
Is this supposed to turn colors?
It's not flashing or anything. I'm just showing you what it looks like on. Those pucks are not great.
It's pretty good size. All right. Is SOE making XL FUPA danglers? I saw you made some on the pre-made store, but the item page says they are still pre-order status. So I don't know what you mean by the pre-made store. These are FUPA XL danglers right here. We've done, I think we did Woodland. These are the first of the Coyote that were just run. So if you have a Coyote one on order, that will be shipping. And then all the others are still behind that. Is the Squid Light for holding helmets. Could you hold helmets with that?
Probably.
You probably could. No, I didn't. I don't think I ever had FUPA danglers on quick ship. Maybe there were, but I don't think so. Do you have the laser tuned and working? Yeah, we've been running the laser every day. Remember when they said the ozone hole ley lines? Yep, we read all these. Remember telling me as a kid that the hole in the ozone was going to kill us all. Yeah, and it goes peak oil. We're going to run out of oil. Hole in the ozone. We're going to freeze, and then we're going to heat up. Like, they got all kinds of bullshit. Everything is a helmet holder. The skull ones are pretty cool. They spin. Well, if my thumb isn't in the way, they will spin around. This will hold your helmet with your ballast and your night vision and everything on it. New here, do chest rigs work as placards on a plate carrier? Yes, most the small ones do. They all have Velcro on the back, which means you can also put a dangler on them. All right, got the dangler will go on them, just like so. And then on the back of the chest rigs, they have the hook Velcro, and then there's a cover that goes over that. A lot of our big chest rigs have it too. Our split front stuff does not. While you're on Old World Conspiracy, I think they did move the Egyptian block. It is sandstone concrete. While you are on the Old World, I think they didn't move the Egyptian block. Well, how about the stairs inside the pyramid that are melted? Like, clearly fucking melted. Like, what melted those? Can I get a 6x6 utility pocket with Velcro back? No, not right now. You can't. Can you get one? Yes. When will you get it? I don't know. I see you ask every night about the Mystery 10 update. Every night I have seen you ask it. And I have also addressed it many times. I've actually ignored you tonight and ignored you the last time that you asked about it. I don't know who you are, or I would just refund you right now, Mr. Cooper. What's your order number? We'll go ahead and cancel that out for you right now for you. Like, I've literally answered the Mystery 10 thing like a fucking 100 times on here. Chuck, what's up? Not to date myself, but when I was in school, we were told holding a book over your head, yeah, would protect you from nuclear war. The duck and cover. Whenever we're out at antique stores, I'm like, should we buy this bomb shelter? I would like to buy a bunch of those old wooden school desks and put them up in the field up top and have a whole field full of bomb shelters. No, Mr. Cooper's here every night, but I see it asked all the time. I saw him ask it earlier. I saw him ask it last time. I saw some videos talking about radar scans of the pyramids where they found that there's massive structure. Yeah, who did those? Like, could you and I do those? Because Egypt's not letting fucking anybody down in there. Toyota, we're not talking about you. The 6x6 zippered utility pocket. I don't have a way for you to order it. You could order it and put in notes that you would like Velcro on the back. How soon that would happen, I do not know. Pyramid blocks were mobile by primitive means. If you follow the pictograph and pour water in front, it creates a low friction surface like 20-ton ice skates. You should duplicate that then. Do it on a smaller scale and show everybody how that works. I just wanted to confirm the XL Fupa Dangler was being made to order. The item page makes it sound like they aren't going to be. I would tell you don't order it right now, man. Like I would tell you do not order it. Because if we're having this conversation, you are going to be frustrated with any, and I would tell you definitely having this conversation, do not use any discount code ordering that Fupa Dangler. I did see some compelling stuff connecting the pyramid chambers and biogas reaction chambers. It's a miracle. It's a miracle they even got the radar into Egypt. Yeah, and did they? Right? Did they get radar in there? Like who did that? Looking at the cop shotgun loadout, I found your channel from how to run shotgun shell options for the 6-shell card up to the big chest rig. That's YouTube finally working for us. Yeah, we have a lot of shotgun chest rigs. We run them very frequently. We are running XL danglers. We just ran Coyote. There's a bin of them here. You don't want to see me. There's a bin of them here. There's another bin up front of them. We ran them several times, a large batch over several days last week. Dude is worried about Mr. 10 and we're still waiting Mystery 8. Harry Potter grocery bags. Yep. And we can ship your shit if you want to skip those promos. We can get those right out. If I remember correctly, they were saying the video that they believe the pyramids were some form of ancient electric. That's what I've heard of that a lot too. And none of us fucking know. And on top of that, it's fun to talk about, but it doesn't fucking add anything to us. Our black 2-pistol mag, 4 Chemlite dump pouches current. I don't know. I don't have a fucking clue. I can walk up there and show you 6 of them. That doesn't mean I don't have 20 orders from this weekend. Like, you do realize we just ran a 30 off discount for the last 5 days, right? You know that? Yeah, YouTube pushes SOE content, disturbance in the force. Bush Jr. said he watched the first plane hit the towers and then had to read to the school kids and then found out the second plane, but the first plane was never on TV hitting the tower. Yeah, how about they release the information in Europe before the planes had even hit the towers over in England? And they say time change, but it wasn't time change. How about dancing Israelis? 10x shooter, what up? How about Building 7? We pulled it. So we pulled it. How about the insurance policy that was taken out, what, 3 days? 3 days beforehand? Where's all the gold from the Twin Towers? Yeah, it does seem like there's new people around for sure. YouTube is opened up a little bit. I don't know what the pyramids are for, but I often think as a tradesman about what I don't know about my field and how many generations did it take to forget how to build it. Yeah, that's a good question. Why did we remove copper? Why did we stop using copper for all of our pipes? Yeah, owner of the towers never missed a day but missed that day, yeah. And it all happened when the DOD failed another audit. Yeah, Rumsfeld said we're missing $36 trillion. Where did the Tomahawk cruise missile, where did that missile strike the Pentagon? Right where where that office was. If I put full coverage on my truck and 3 days later it burns down, I'll bet I'll be wearing new bracelets. For sure you will. All the air assets were training far away from New York City that day. Microplastics. Corrosion is what they say about quitting use of copper. Yep. Why'd they take lead out of paint? What about the pyramids in Antarctica, or the military installation someone occasionally flies into, and people remember their secret base in it? Well, look at the Shackleton expedition. I think they're making a new movie of that. Titanic. Yeah, it's not the Titanic that's at the bottom of the ocean. Copper impregnated paints are showing up in my feed lately. Helps block RFID. Yeah, that's what they say. Same with the lead. They also say about the same time they started putting fluoride in the water supply is also when the push to remove copper piping was. They say that the copper piping helped to neutralize fluoride. No notification. That's twice in 13 months. What's up, Ian? Because the lead paint interferes with the Wi-Fi radar scans they take of your house. Yeah, I don't know about, it definitely interferes with the Wi-Fi and the radio frequencies, but I don't think they were, mapping then, but I see what you're saying. The Titanic in Jekyll Island. Yeah, where did the Lyme disease come from? Ryan Topping, what up? It lasted too long with the lead. They had to plan obsolescence. Yeah, they definitely map now. For sure they do. Fucking police departments can use the mapping off of your fucking Wi-Fi in Roomba. Plum Island. Toy Town, what up? Jeff Tabor, how are you? Insane, yeah, it is insane. I did security for 4 to 5 years for my local water company. I stumbled onto a map of my city, and it showed there were still wooden pipelines from the early 1900s that never got changed out. That's wild. What the fuck happened on I-40 today? Eastbound 126 was chaotic with everyone getting... Yeah, I don't know. That happens. That seems to happen pretty frequently right there, too. Brandel hit massive traffic coming in here Friday. We were coming back and couldn't get off at 126 at all. We had to go all the way up, 10 miles and come back the opposite direction. Did you see what happened to that YouTuber Whistling Diesel? Got arrested. Yeah, that's not what that's about. I would suspect, because who the fuck is going to come after him for state sales tax, right? He never had possession of the car. And a lot of people do that registration shit. That is shots fired over him building Killdozer. That is Franklin, Tennessee, somebody overreaching their fucking authority. And that's what that's about. That's about him building that fucking tractor. Yeah, he also made plenty of money on that video. I made a ton of homemade remedies for Christmas gifts. Nice. We found active wood gas lines near Ohio River in Ironton, Ohio, about 5 years. That's wild. How does Tom Clancy have a high security clearance? I don't know. Tom Clancy's dead, man. Tom Clancy actually came in my shop in Oceanside in 2003, 2004. Tom Clancy's been dead. Most Amazon Big Black Friday crap was all smart Wi-Fi gizmos. Of course it is. I'm glad to be behind the curve on some of the high-tech stuff. I don't have any of that shit here. I have Wi-Fi, but I don't have like Amazon Spot or Siri or any of that shit. I mean, I'm sure these things are fucking mapping and tattletaling just the same, but I don't have Ring cameras or any of that shit. Fermented honey, garlic daily recently since it's got cold. No sniffles. Nice. Guy builds a killdozer. City of Franklin. Let's mess with that guy. Genius. I would suspect that's what it's over, though. And I don't know where that killdozer is or how reaching Franklin, the county he is in there. I don't know how massive that is. His driveway is like a half a mile long. They had to like walk up there to get him. Scott, what's up? Yeah, he owns a tank too, didn't he? He bought that Chieftain tank. Don't buy Ring cameras. Yeah, I believe Flock has access to all of your Ring cameras. Law enforcement has access to all of your Ring cameras. Every time I go to Brentwood, I'm surprised I don't get pulled over. My truck doesn't blend. Yeah, Diesel Dave. Yeah, they're fucking with. Is it Diesel Dave or it's Heavy Sparks? It's the other dude. Does Amazon own Ring? I don't know. Is Amazon Ring or something else? I don't know. Somebody asking about spent mags. Those are all spent mags right there with chem lights and pistols. Those are modulars. Those are chem lights and pistols. These are CQB subloads. Also CQB subloads. Those are all Rallyman subloads down there. There's a ton of shit sitting. Nest is Google. All right, guys. Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta pee. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Have RFID. Yeah, we all have. I think we all do. How many times have you been in the shower and had some thought in your head and got out of the shower and then that pops up on your phone? Like you didn't even vocalize it. You were just thinking it.